reclined hamstring stretch. So what I want you to do is lay flat on your back. One leg is straight out, one leg is up. Lock your fingers behind your knee. Keep your leg as straight as you can. Head on the ground and pull your leg into your chest. You can start this by pulling your knee into your chest with your leg bent, and then straighten your leg and continue to try to pull towards your chest. So the other side, lock your fingers behind your leg, pull your knee into your chest, keep your other leg on the ground, don't try not to let it pop up, and straighten your leg, continuing to pull. And you'll feel this up your hamstring. So that's a reclined hamstring stretch. We're going to do a hamstring stretch that's similar to a yoga pose of downward facing dog. So what you're going to do is you're going to come into the plank position, right, back nice and flat, and you're going to bring your hips up towards the ceiling and try to walk your legs in towards your hands. So first you're going to feel this stretching in your calf, and then you're going to feel also stretching in your hamstrings. So try to keep your legs as straight as you can, drive your head down between your arms, and your legs as straight as possible, keeping your heels down. And you feel it stretching your hamstrings and a little bit in your calf. We're going to do a calf stretch that's similar to a yoga pose called downward facing dog. What you're going to do is get into a plank position, and then you're going to walk your feet in, and then you're going to drive one heel down to the ground, bending your knee on the other leg, and then switch down to the other leg. And you can alternate feet. Let it sink into the stretch. You can also cross your legs over and press with the palms of your hands to get more of a stretch. So that's a calf stretch. We're going to do a stretch for your abdominals. You're going to lay down on the ground. And then we call it a Mackenzie press is another term for it. But your hands are going to be at your side. Your hips are going to relax. And you're going to press your chest up away from the ground, trying to drop your hips down towards the ground, and arching your back to get a full stretch down your abdominals. So you come down, press up and exhale, and let yourself just sink down into it. So this stretches your abdominal muscles. We're going to do a universal stretch that's going to stretch your tricep, your lats, your abdominals, your chest. So you're going to be in a pull-up bar. You're going to grip onto the bar. So if you need a little step to get up to it, that's fine. But ultimately, you want to just hang from the bar. Let your feet, just your tiptoes on the ground, but let your body just hang into the stretch here. Relax, exhale into it, and if you need to bend your knees, if your feet are flat on the ground, that's fine. But then what you want to do is kind of rotate in towards your armpit and let yourself just sink. If you can handle it, hang from a bar that your feet are hanging off the ground, and then all your body weight is pulling down on you. So you'll feel a difference from left to right. So I'm grabbing my left arm down, letting myself just sink down into the stretch, opening up here in my chest, my abdominals, kind of turning myself into my armpit, and letting it all just stretch as I exhale each time. It's a great upper body stretch. We're going to do what's called a Samson stretch. And the Samson stretch, you're going to be down on your knees. If you need a pad on your knees, that's fine. You're going to bring one leg forward with your foot out in front of you, making sure your knee doesn't go beyond your toe, and your knee, hip, and shoulder all in alignment on the other leg. So what you're going to do is you're going to stretch forward and drive your hip down towards the floor. You're going to feel stretch down your quads, mostly in your hip flexors here, backside of your leg on your other leg here. You do not want your foot back where your knees way out in front of your toe, but have your foot out forward and big stretch forward. Don't lean forward, lean back. Even bring your arms up over your head, bring your arms back and your hips forward, and just drive your hips down to the ground. And then we're going to switch sides. We're going to do the other side. So you're here, you're in alignment, come forward. Again, if your knee goes in front of your toe, bring your foot way out in front of you, arms up, hips come down towards the ground, and you just drive your hips forward, feeling it stretch through the front of your leg. That's a Samson stretch.